From Channel 13, this is Vegas Locker Room, sponsored by Active Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
Hampton fumbles the football. Max Crosby, who else made the play?
I keep getting asked this one. I don't know. We're both going to have to shoot it. I think we're both going to get some good opportunities.
I think there'll have to be some live action to figure that out. We'll get to that soon enough.
Mitty comes off. The putback good. Jackie Young inside.
Last week it was, we're going to Super Bowl. This week, everybody's the worst player on the planet. So you know how that goes. You know what I mean? So take everything with a grain of salt, whether it's good or bad, and you just show up every day and get better.
Good evening and welcome into the Vegas Locker Room. The Raiders season is in full swing. The Aces are in the thick of their playoff run, and now we have another sport joining the fold this week. I'm Nick Walters.
I'm Taylor Rocha. We'll get to the Raiders and their road showdown in just a minute, but first, the spotlight is right here in Vegas. Our two-time WNBA champions are on the hunt for a three-peat, and hockey is back. The desert is officially iced over.
The Las Vegas Aces entered postseason play on a 16-game winning streak, the best streak in franchise history.
And while that win streak came to an end in Game 2 of the quarterfinals, the Aces bounced right back and are headed to the semis. Our Alex Eshelman was at Michelob Ultra Arena for Thursday's big win. She takes us inside their postseason push.
Thursday night's playoff elimination game between the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm is what postseason basketball is all about, guys, as the Aces snuck past the Storm in the final seconds of the matchup. Final score, 74-73.
I'm grateful to be your teammate, girl, for real, because like I said, we don't do anything without Jackie Young, and it's going to continue to be that way, and I think the league knows that.
With just 12 seconds left, Jackie Young makes the game-winning bucket, and the crowd goes crazy.
I just made a play. I'm just trying to make a right read, make an impact. You know, I didn't do much tonight, so just trying to make an impact in some way.
Three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Asia Wilson, tying her playoff record of 38 points while grabbing 3 steals and a pair of blocks.
She's awesome. She's amazing. She's got this. I want to see her go all the way.
I think she deserves just being the single one.
I think they did it because she's going to get MVP, so they got to share the love.
Multiple MVP chants roaring throughout the house as the Star Center was celebrated for her honor. However, despite the win, the Aces know it's only going to get harder from here.
Their physicality bothered us. I thought offensively we got very stagnant. I know everybody's super excited about tonight, which I am too, but like I gotta get our hard hats on and get these guys prepped and ready for what's coming next.
Now the Aces are back here this Sunday. Tip-off at noon against the Indiana Fever for Game 1 of the semifinals. Reporting from Michelob Ultra Arena, I'm Alex Eshelman for Vegas Locker Room.
Fever in town. They were at T-Mobile Arena. Caitlin Clark was there. It was quite the scene, Nick. I was at that game, and it was so cool to see a room full of Aces fans like that. This won't be the case this time. She's injured.
Can you imagine how hyped up this round 2 series would be if Caitlin was playing?
I know, and Sophie Cunningham.
Right.
I know they're missing some big pieces on the Fever, but certainly an exciting matchup.
Yeah, and the Aces well on their way, hopefully, to a 3rd world title in 4 years. But I think every Aces fan would agree that if they do get to that championship series, they might have the Minnesota Lynx waiting on them, and that's the same team that blew out the Aces on August 2nd to really begin what ended up being a 17-game win streak.
Right, you know the Aces love a redemption arc, so a lot to be looking forward to for the WNBA playoffs, Nick.
And a lot to look forward to for hockey as well. City National Arena was buzzing this week as the guys in gold returned to the ice, getting ready for their preseason slate with familiar faces joined by some new names to know.
And one of them, the Golden Knights offseason get Mitch Marner, star forward and elite playmaker coming off a career-best 102 points with 74 assists in 81 games. I was there for opening day of training camp where the energy was unmistakable as hockey returns to the desert. How excited are you for hockey to be back?
I'm so excited that I am younger than I was last year. and that's what the Golden Knights do to me.
I am so excited. I'm ready to run through a brick wall and just go crazy. Let's go Golden Knights, baby. I am so stoked.
What do you think makes Jack Eichel such a good hockey player?
Well, he's my favorite player.
Now let me see his autograph. This one? Wow. Here, show it to the camera.
My kids love they get to meet the players after. He's gotten so many autographs. I just like to inspire them to kind of follow their dreams.
The big news to come out of the Knights' first practice of the season was big fish free agent signing Mitch Marner, joining a line with VGK stars Jack Eichel and Ivan Barbashev. That trio is sure to produce a lot of points, but the big question is, who's going to be the shooter?
I keep getting asked this one. I don't know. We're both going to have to shoot it. I think we're both going to get some good opportunities. We got to be comfortable in the areas to not be afraid to shoot and pull the trigger.
Last season, Eichel scored 28 goals in 77 games played, with Toronto's Marner scoring 27 goals in 81 games. It'll be very interesting to see the chemistry between those two all season.
And speaking of Jack Eichel, one big question still hangs over training camp: the future of the Golden Knights Star Center in Vegas. Set to hit the open market after this season, the Stanley Cup champ is poised for one of the NHL's most lucrative contracts. GM Kelly McCrimmon called re-signing Eichel a major focus when he last addressed the media in July. But with no deal struck this summer, the clock is ticking.
Jack is a priority. We have tremendous regard for the player, what he's meant to our organization. I think he feels the organization's been very good for him as well.
We'll see if the deal gets done before opening night when the Knights drop the puck against the LA Kings on October 8th.
Now, before the guys hit the ice this week, they hit the links for a greater cause. The guys in gold got their golf game going in the annual VGK Foundation Charity Golf Classic at TPC Summerlin. Proceeds from the event benefit local charities in town, and while the players love helping the community most, they also enjoy embracing the competition.
Ben said that you have a hard time keeping it together when you have a bad shot. Is that accurate?
I mean, Huddy's probably in the same boat there. We get on each other's nerves. We play a lot together. So, yeah, we like to have fun with it. We're pretty even. I usually have a couple bad holes, but the rest of the round usually goes pretty good.
It's obvious these guys are a tight-knit group, both on and off the ice. And Taylor, you and Alex got to see just how close these guys are earlier this week at Media Day.
Yeah, Nick, it was a blast. Alex and I spent Wednesday with the team at Media Day, and between going over the schedule, one player, who I won't name right now, didn't even know that they played tomorrow, and talking golf, one thing stood out about this team: their chemistry.
I just can't even believe that we're even here. And William Karlsson, original misfit, can't believe it either. Take a listen to this.
It's a preseason game this weekend already? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
We have a game this weekend? We do?
Another fun storyline, Taylor, is the fact that both Wild Bill and Riley Smith, two besties, back on the ice for a full season.
There really is a little bromance going on there. Their faces light up when they talk about each other, but hey, on the golf course, there's nothing romantic about it. It can get pretty chippy out there. Check this out. When is the last time that you've thrown a golf club?
Last week.
So I've been told. What's the story?
You've been told by who?
Just a little birdie.
Oh, Carl.
Club gone, broken, into a
Not
pond?
broken, but he threw it. Yeah, it was not classy.
At least you didn't break the club. We heard that the club is alive and well.
Yeah, they make them well these days.
Preseason is here, and October 8th, opening night against the Kings. It cannot come fast enough.
No, it really can't, Nick, and it's really going to be exciting again to see T-Mobile all in Golden Knights fans. I'm so excited for hockey season.
No doubt, and we've been talking about it all offseason, but just to see Jack Eichel next to Mitch Marner on the same line at CNA, it's like we made it.
Yeah,
we get to finally see the product that could end up being one of the most electric scoring duos in VGK history.
I'm still shocked that they got Mitch Marner. Like, it really seems like Christmas Day, I think, if you're a Golden Knights fan, that first home opener. And obviously, it's still the preseason. We're not going to see them out there in full force, but wow, what a season ahead.
We've talked about them getting back to that point of winning the Stanley Cup like they did in 2023. And you still have some players on this team, obviously, that did win that cup in 23. And you can tell just from talking to the Knights, and I'm sure you saw there at CNA, there's a lot of hunger to this group. And I'm sure Mitch Marner would love to get to that point, because really a lot of people think that Marner is disappointing in playoffs. And I'm sure he wants to prove people wrong, and this time do it in gold here in Vegas.
He does just seem so happy here. He was talking about how the social media really got to him, but Here's a look at the team's preseason schedule, beginning with a showdown in San Jose with the Sharks tomorrow night.
Then hockey returns to the desert for the team's first preseason home game on September 23rd against the LA Kings. Now when we come back, Tom Brady is making headlines for the Raiders. We'll take a look at how he's been ruffling some feathers in the football world.
And the Aviators close out the regular season tomorrow before turning their focus to the postseason. Stay with us.
Welcome back. The Las Vegas Raiders have put their first loss of the season in the rear view and are looking to bounce back tomorrow in D.C.
The Silver and Black are on the road against the Commanders, both teams sitting at 1-1 with Chip Kelly's offense looking to rediscover its spark. Now, it wasn't the start the team wanted in their primetime opener on Monday. Geno Smith threw not one, not two, but 3 interceptions, and the offense never found the end zone in a 20-9 loss to the rival Chargers. This week, the Silver and Black have been back in the lab prepping for Dan Quinn's defense and working to build chemistry with new playmakers in a brand new system.
You know, it was tough to watch, honestly. You know, a lot of things that I wish, we'd have done better. I would have done better personally. But like I said, man, you can never just flush that. You got to learn from it, and that's what I did, man.
We're going to be good. Like, the game is behind us. It ain't nothing we can do to change the results from that game. We just got to look at the film like we did today, see what we did good, see what we didn't do so well, learn how to fix those things, and we're going to be moving forward. Like, we can't let that single game define us as an offense, and we won't.
It'll be a battle of 1-1 teams in the DMV, a homecoming game for some Raiders players. The Commanders have beaten the Giants and they fell to the Packers. Washington had a mini bye ahead of this game, while the Raiders are on a short week. But Jackson Powers-Johnson, he'll return after missing last week with a concussion. Now, star quarterback Jaden Daniels has a knee sprain and is out for this matchup, so their backup, former Raider Marcus Mariota, is slated to start. The Silver and Black have prepared for both of them.
You know, we're preparing as if Jaden's going to play, and then we'll see what happens. But, yeah, we'll be ready for both. We know both of them are really good quarterbacks.
We have a lot of background about Marcus and on the staff and all that, so we know, what his capabilities are, and we think, and so we're playing for both guys.
The rivalry between Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh was a major storyline in the Raiders-Chargers matchup. Tomorrow it's a different kind of showdown as Commanders head coach Dan Quinn comes straight from Carroll's coaching tree. Quinn spent 2 seasons as Carroll's defensive coordinator in Seattle, and the two even won a Super Bowl together in 2014.
I mean, we have a lot of years together, and we've been very close. It's a special opportunity. I love competing against people that I know, and the more I like them, the more I like to beat them. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll try to give them a good game.
And speaking of legends, just like Pete Carroll is, the Raiders had one of the biggest names in football making headlines on Monday night, Taylor.
Now, was it for the right reasons or the wrong reasons? You can be the judge. Tom Brady may be done playing, but his role with the Silver and Black is keeping him front and center. The Raiders' loss came with controversy, and it had nothing to do with the scoreboard. Minority owner Brady was spotted in the coach's booth wearing a headset. The ESPN broadcast even reported he talks with Chip Kelly multiple times a week. As a Fox commentator who regularly visits other teams' facilities, Brady's involvement in the Las Vegas front office has become a league-wide debate. Pete Carroll says the GOAT is taking the conflict of interest seriously.
Yeah, I think Tom's really tried to honor that really strictly, and with all respect, to the situation of concerns like you're talking about, and I think he's been really good. He has not planning games with us. He's not talking to us about anything other than our conversations that we have that are really they're random. I mean, they're not set up. They're not structured in any way. And when he knows, he's very respectful of what he does otherwise, and he's of the opinion that he doesn't want to be that kind of a factor, and so he's not.
Now, Brady will be in the booth for tomorrow's Cowboys-Bears game. The Bears happen to be the Raiders' next opponent. So certainly a little bit sticky of a subject, Nick. What are your thoughts on it?
And it's only coincidental that the Raiders end up playing the Bears right after he was seen in the booth. And now Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly both said that Tom Brady was actually in that same coaching booth for the preseason game against the 49ers. I guess the broadcasters never saw him, and so now it's coming to light now. But certainly a bad look for a lot of these other teams. However, Tom Brady, Pete Carroll, anyone around the situation is adamant that Brady is not going to be trading secrets to other teams as this Fox commentator.
Like Pete said, I think Brady is a man of value and he doesn't want to mess up his deal with Fox. However, if I'm a coach for the Raiders, I want to see everything this guy is seeing. I don't necessarily think Tom Brady is like a secret coach, but I do think he should be at least telling them what he sees on certain things. I mean, this is the best quarterback that the NFL has ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm a 49ers fan, so that's saying something. I'm a big Joe Montana girl. But seriously, why wouldn't you utilize his eye test?
Yeah, I mean, many football fans are saying, Tom, choose a lane, either be a broadcaster or be an owner. But this is a 7-time Super Bowl champion we're talking about, who's considered maybe the greatest American athlete who's ever lived. So if that's the case, he's going to try to make some more history and do both. And that's just in his nature.
Yeah.
And hopefully it all works out for Brady in this position. And it might just take rattling some cages this season to get there. And eventually, just like everything, we're just going to get used to it, maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of rattling cages, Brady coming out of retirement, maybe kind of, sort of, depending on how you look at it. Flag football, who would have thunk?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia next March. That's going to be interesting to see, including our very own Max Crosby participating along with Myles Garrett and some of the biggest offensive stars in the game. It was not on my bingo card entering Monday, but it'll be interesting to see. Let's just hope that everyone stays healthy.
Nick, I'm with you there. Well, next week, leading up to the Raiders-Bears game at Allegiant, fans will get the chance to meet 5 legends from the 1985 Bears Super Bowl team, including former Raider wideout Willie Gault. For all the details on the event, head to ktnv.com.
And speaking of those Raiders, the city of Henderson honoring both them and the Aces, designating the Raiders Way as the Champions District. The city installed signs outside the two teams' headquarters ahead of the Raiders home opener on Monday, saying the Champions District recognizes the success of both the teams.
Congrats to Athletics outfielder Lawrence Butler, named the team's Roberto Clemente Award nominee. The award honors players for their impact off the field, and Butler earned it by founding the Law Foundation, which supports underrepresented youth through financial education, elite baseball training, and mentorship. You can vote for Butler at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
Now, while the Athletics won't see any postseason action this year, their minor league team here in Las Vegas will. The Aviators are wrapping up a 6-game homestand to end their season tomorrow. Then it's on to the playoffs. Las Vegas securing a spot in the playoffs back in June after winning the first half of the Pacific Coast League. The Aviators will host the second half champion in the best of 3 games at Las Vegas Ballpark, something the team is looking forward to.
I think it'd be very special. Just a very unique opportunity, and we're lucky enough to do it in front of the home crowd, so we're really looking forward to that chance.
The Aviators wrap up the season against the Salt Lake Bees tomorrow night before opening play in the Pacific Coast League Championship Tuesday night.
Well, coming up, the Raiders rolled out the red carpet for our local Little League champs right before their Monday night showdown with the Chargers.
Plus, a former Golden Knight is lacing up the skates one more time, back where his career began. Stay with us.
Once in a lifetime, we got to talk to Ashton Genty earlier today, so it was just really cool. What did he say to you? He just said hi, but he was still really cool.
Hey, sometimes hi is all it takes. The Summerlin South Little League team got an honor of a lifetime, lighting the iconic Al Davis torch at Allegiant Stadium before Monday Night Football. The U.S. champs soaked in every second, proud to represent Las Vegas and be recognized on a national stage.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, even just to see the kids there on the sideline, I mean, it doesn't get any better.
No.
And the celebration doesn't stop. It's still been, what, a couple weeks since the parade?
I say we just go the whole year, right? They're the champions for the whole year until another team is the champion. So, hey, keep the victory tour rolling.
We got to see Garrett Gallegos doing the siren for opening night at VGK for sure.
Who can we call, Nick, for that one? I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We were just talking off camera saying that Garrett Gallegos is going to be like the next Bryce Harper or something. I mean, that kid's future is so bright. I'm still not over it.
I know.
I'm not.
I'm jealous, honestly, because I got to go to some NFL games as a kid, but to be on the sideline and meeting a star player like Ashton Genty, I mean, like, jealous.
Right. And you know, the Little Leaguers were not the only ones that were excited to be at this game. Golden Knights players attended a little team bonding at Allegiant Stadium, so definitely a hot ticket, Nick.
Yeah, and speaking of Golden Knights, there happens to be a former Golden Knight that is beloved in Las Vegas that decided to hang it up this offseason, and now he has a special memory coming his way in Pittsburgh because Marc-Andre Fleury, he's not ready to hang up his skates just yet. The former VGK goalie recently signing a professional tryout contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Fleury will join the team for practice on September 26th before suiting up to play one last time in Pittsburgh's exhibition game against Columbus on September 27th. Flower hoisted Lord Stanley 3 times in Pittsburgh and was drafted first overall by the team in the 2003 NHL Draft.
And it looks like Vegas Nighthawks head coach Mike Davis isn't going anywhere. The team announced a 4-year extension this week, locking him in through 2029. Davis, the only head coach and general manager in franchise history, just led the Nighthawks to their first indoor football league championship last month.
The Las Vegas Bowl Huddle honored local educators this week, kicking off the 2025 Extra Yard for Teachers Week. The Huddle team surprised teachers at multiple schools with $1,000 grants, classroom supplies, and lunch to recognize their dedication to Southern Nevada students. Well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, that green apple thing, like, why am I craving an apple? Of all things.
Hey, and it's reminding me of Halloween that's coming up, and it's the
caramel
fall.
apples.
I mean,
oh my God.
Guys.
Go grab a midnight snack. You deserve it.
Football is back. Hockey's almost back. It's like in the 70s outside in Las Vegas. Halloween decorations are going up, or at least they are in my apartment soon. This is the
Patio
best.
season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is why we do the summers, guys.
Yeah. I mean, finally, the autumn wind is actually getting literal, and we get to ditch the 100-degree days, and now it is officially fall sports season, and I am so happy.
Yeah, me too, Nick. And hey, there's something for everybody. WNBA playoffs, hockey's starting, football, the Little Leaguers are still doing God knows what, being celebrated somewhere, so never a dull moment here in Las Vegas. But thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we cannot wait to see those Raiders try to improve to 2-1 in Washington. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week right here in Vegas Locker Room.
We have a bump shot so we can